Welcome to this side lying series. Starting laying on your side with your elbow propped right underneath your shoulder, lifting your body up. Both knees are bent, extend your top leg, flex the foot and kick the leg forwards as far as you can. Pointing the toes, take the leg back just past the midline, just past your lower leg. Breathing out as you kick the leg forwards, breathing in to bring it back. We're trying to keep the body as still as we can, thinking about pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. Aim for 10 repetitions here. And then start to exaggerate the movement, allowing your body to rock forwards and backwards. And notice the difference this makes in your midsection. You can choose to have the hand on your hip or behind the back of your head. If it's too much and you need some more balance, the hand can be placed onto the floor in front of you. Bending both knees. Thinking about lifting through the hips. Extend the top leg, lift and lower the toes to the floor. Intersperse this lift and lower of the leg with lifting and lowering the hips off the mat. Think about letting them kiss gently back down to the floor rather than landing with a thud. Aim for 10 repetitions of the toe tapping and 10 repetitions of the hip lifting. I'm just doing a few here to demonstrate for you. You're working into the sides of the waist and into the thighs, the hips and the bottom muscles. From here, bending both knees, take the heels back towards your bottom, lifting your hips, open and close the knees. In an ideal world, we're trying to feel this in our bottom muscles, but mostly it's going to be strengthening through our core, holding us in position. Again, you can change the hand to behind the back of the head if this helps. It will make it a little bit more challenging. Combine that lifted hip movement now with the clown movement of opening the knees. As you lift the hips off the ground, let the knees come open. Trying not to overly roll the hips back. Keeping the knee movement controlled. Don't let the knees bash together as you lower back down. Stretch the top leg out. Push yourselves off the floor and counter stretch. And we'll repeat on the other side. Starting with the bottom leg bent, top leg stretched out, propping yourselves up on your elbow, extending the body, kicking the toes forward as you breathe out, pointing the toes as you take the leg back past the midline. Starting off with trying to keep the body nice and still. Again, you have the option to change the hand position. If you want to make it a little more challenging, the hand can go behind the back of the head. When you've reached 10 repetitions, add a little bit more movement through the body. Rolling the body back as you kick the foot forwards, pivoting on your hip, rolling forwards as you stretch the toes back. Go into a range of motion that suits you. You don't have to go right the way towards your waist, and you're trying to avoid making a banana shape of your back as it goes back behind you. Extending the leg, little toe taps, lifting and lower. Again, we're aiming for 10, and then we're aiming for 10 hip lifts. And again, repeating 10 toe taps and 10 hip lifts. See if you can go 5 times through this series. We then bend both knees and come into the clam series. So holding the hips in a lifted position, opening and closing the knees, bracing the body, holding it still. And then we add the hip dip and open the knees at the top of the movement. Lightly touching the hips down to the floor. Take as many rests as you need. It's quite strong on the lower shoulder. Really important to make sure that the elbow is right beneath it. Extend the top leg, lift yourselves off the floor and take a big counter stretch. And you're done.